Hell yeah. I might ask this man who got the Patriots where he trade me a Sonny Michel.
Sonny Michel? Is he up?
What? The screen?
Oh, you playing a game now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Might have asked him, see what he say right quick.
I'm about to play mine, too.
What lead?
Combo.
Is I'm in combo?
Are you in merge combo?
I was in there.
Who'd you have? I don't think you in merge combo merge. See my game?
Nah.
You see the Panthers?
Nah. Hey, come in the party, bro. It's Tierra trying to put the baby to sleep.
Hey, the Panthers, bro.
You hear me?
What?
Come in the party, make a party and invite me because Tierra trying to put the baby to sleep. Alright.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Black 80. Run. Check 52. Double. Take two of them. Yeah. Check 24. Check 24. Shit. Beat these two. Focus.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They run with Pumphrey. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. An interesting note about the Steelers opening up on the road here. It's the 5th season in a row that they have started away from home. Longest active streak in the league. And, of course, pitting them against the Patriots, two of the most storied franchises, especially in the last couple of decades. Since 2002, these two teams have met in 3 AFC championship games, with New England getting the better of Pittsburgh all 3 times. And you think of the Lombardi trophies, with New England winning last year. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Goal 50. Check right. Watching you guys. Hey, man. Wait and hit.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that is... So now on fourth down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. Touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Oh.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Right there.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. It's complete. James White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Jacket, reload! 55, 55. Bravo!
Now Brady again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. T.J. Watt drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
General West, show that bench release and go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Black 20. Check. Walk 54. Coming to you.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Both of them. Solid. Easy, 2.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
6-0.
6-0 on score after 1. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Wait, set, 29, Alpha. 50, 50. Go, alert. Go, bandit.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. It's caught. This is White. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 14 yards.
You can go for it on 4.
But it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Steelers use
in this league, you can go for
3
it.
timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Nah. It's 4th and 3.
The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer.
Nigga trying to cheat.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
Nah, because I said something in the chat.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. Oh, what a move. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
All right, now, 230.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
44.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Pittsburgh.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
8. 54, right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And the Steelers first down.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
6-6.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So we have come upon halftime in the Sunday night opener from Foxborough. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White.
Oh, shit.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 31, Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I'm playing cover 2.
6
He
yards to
keep
pick
going
up,
to
and
the
that's a
flat.
first down.
And I ain't got nobody there.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
No, 66. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Brady looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
Crazy.
Teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger looking here for Smith downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to run the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he finds McDonald. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They go play action here on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
To throw is Brady. That's complete to White. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
6-6, pull it high.
Staying open.
Alpha. 50.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Switzer. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here we go. Like 80. Alert. 6 man. Check. Take 2 of them.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one is right down the middle. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the rookie first
I
rounder from Michigan, Devin
intercept.
Bush. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Pumphrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. Beat these two. Focus. Corner.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Foxborough as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. He hits White, complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Brady now on 1st down. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he was looking for Julian Edelman that time, but now it's 3rd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 13-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
They'll try and pat it in with Burkhead. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Rex Burkhead taking it in, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
16-13.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
Yeah, he just scored.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, this game
so fresh
so
out of the
goddamn
2-minute
white,
warning,
bro.
and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete.
God damn, dog. Y'all don't get in the game. Just go ahead and get the people in the game.
Coming here on Sunday night. We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got White here. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Brady to throw. And there's the first NFL catch for N'Keal Harry. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. 50. 65. 65. 52 jet bomber. 52 jet bomber. Under 10. 10.
On second down, Michelle. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one down to
That nigga running that
the
bitch on the road, bro.
18 big yards on that one. And a New England first down. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. To throw is Brady. This is caught.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Huh? 4.
They'll come out in the pistol. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Can't talk right now, bro.
They'll try and run it in with White. And he's going to be shoved back short of the
I
goal
beat this
line.
nigga.
The Steeler
13,
defense
16.
proving its mettle here.
He had the ball on the 1-yard line. That bitch ran the ball with no
In the
timeout.
win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great
Yep,
season.
time ran out. I beat him by
So much to
3
look forward
on the
to.
1-yard
Nice to
line.
get a really good game right out of the gate. Preseason behind us.
Damn.
All these games count now, don't they?
Hold on.
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Steelers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yo. One.